doesn't have to tell me twice. Get the fuck in!
Go! Get in! 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 Get in!
Go! This is some fucking escape from Dunkirk.
User left your channel.
Oh, that was a
Man,
fucking
we
shit
just
show.
took the bus that was there.
Did we leave people behind?
Probably.
At this point, who cares? The war is over for them.
War is over for them. Missing in action, let's go.
Two.
Oh, here comes the airstrike. Oh, okay. You're all on fire. Goodbye. Alright, now I can come back. It's fine. But you are on fire, just so you're aware.
Christ, that is a lot of grenades. That is why there's so many grenades. What are they doing?
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
Oh, he stopped.
Beautiful.
There
Fucking
he
beautiful. God damn beautiful.
goes.
There's still. Oh my god.
Shooting down. 7 million.
Enemy shit.
I have the perfect solution to this.
The final solution.
I have a grenade.
Are you sure you don't have a plan?
I have a better plan. There is no plan, Brent. Frag out. There we go. Finally. Jeez. It took so long to bloody kill myself. Oh, for fuck's sake, I woke up. Yeah, there's a medic. He's a long way off, though. I wouldn't worry about him.
I'm less worried about the medic and more about... Holy shit, yeah, here it comes. I can't wait to see that stuff. Oh god, it's rammed into a lot of German conscripts and murdered them. Oh my god. And now the Germans are attacking them. Wait, is the other attacking? Yes.
Alright. I am actually done getting ready for this. I should also mute that before it starts double broadcasting everywhere. I don't know if you could hear it. I was listening to the stream in the background. But today, Simon, we are going to be doing some mission making. I have been tasked by the leader dude of the units to make a checkpoint for this industrial site coming into here. And I thought I might as well give it a try streaming, because this is probably what I'd spend 90% of my time in the game actually doing, is just building stuff in the editor. Why not? I've also going to give some music a go. Let me know if you like it or not. If you don't like it, let me know. I'll stop it. But I'm going to have that going in the background. Just, keep my brain a bit occupied. So, first things first. You can see I've already placed a little gate here. Guess. Brant has already said I probably shouldn't show you that. This is like a super low priority area, Womack, so it's not cheating so much. It's literally going to be like the other side of the AO. But for now, we're going to start by making like a little compound here, I think. Gonna need to get ourselves a little guardhouse. If I can remember how to spell guard. This is where you discover I am just bad at spelling. I'm just going to go find it the normal way. Military. Yeah, hopefully. I have no idea if this will be interesting to watch or not, because it's just going to be me talking and looking at assets. Guardhouse. There we go. Gonna clear out this area. It's probably a good place to start, actually. Clearing the area so we can actually see what we're working with. I did not mean to press W there. Womack, you don't need an excuse not to platoon lead. Half the team leaders and squad leaders know where everything is because we made it as well. It's just going to be you also in on it. This is not an Arma server, this is just hosted locally, so it's just me doing this. I'm looking for an effect, environment, hide terrain objects. Just going to get rid of the trees and all that shit. There we go. Oh, sorry, so we play on our own server. You'd have to join the unit if you're actually interested in that. And you have to find that on your own, as I've been instructed not to assist you to find the units. I mean, if you can find us, you're welcome to join. And we usually play on Sundays at 7 GMT, so about this time on Sundays. Right. So we've got ourselves a nice little guardhouse with apparently fully functioning toilets. Next, going to be probably a nice thing to have a little fence coming along here, maybe. Might be worth completing this little concrete barrier here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring this concrete barrier up to the edge of this gate. Just, you know, finish the wall, make it look nice. So, there's so many assets. You just have to search for the ones you want and hope you find it. Concrete piers? No. It's not a ruined asset, I know that much. Structures? No, it might be under walls is what I'm actually after. Where was that it? Hello Mike, how you doing? Unfortunately there's not going to be any walk rooms today unless I set them up myself. Just looking for the correct wall. No. So I'm just flicking through all of the objects here. Because the problem is I don't actually know the exact name of the one I'm looking for. It must be these though. Concrete barrier? No. Decorative walls. What? That's the one. Nope, it's too small. Damn it. Tall concrete? I mean, it's not quite the same. It will probably do. I think I might just use the tall concrete. I'm sorry, Mike. I can only apologize. Yeah, I'm going to use this wall here. So, I don't know if you're watching at the minute, Ben, but I'm going to use the placement tool. Just place me down some of those. I'm going to use the placement tool to go ahead and just put them in a straight line. Like so. Ooh, except I think... Where the hell have they ended up? There they are. They ended up over here for some reason. Well, I mean, I know why. I forgot to, when I was messing around with this earlier, I forgot to reset the center point to somewhere actually useful. Alright. So I'm just making those there. Check they've got a good spacing between them. Yeah, it's not clipping too much. There's not huge gaps, which is all you can really ask for. Just gonna bring these over here. And let's see how many of these we're actually gonna need. I'm probably not gonna need this many, but I'm gonna... Oh, actually we needed more. So I shall do some extra copy pasta. I did manage to get the angle almost correct in one though, which is good. Right. So I'm turning object snapping back on. So when I do that, they'll snap nicely to the ground. Didn't quite get them all level. There we go. And just leave that there. I'm gonna drop down and see how that actually looks in person though. Hopefully the wall, like, it should be taller than you. So it's, you know, it obscures your vision and would actually function as a wall. Because it's very easy to get the scale wrong and, well, make it so that it's like a wall that you think is head height is actually just knee height, but that is definitely the right height. And I am an invisible purple man, because why would you not be a purple man? I don't like the jaggedness of it. I also don't think I'm going to fix it just yet. Hey Kia, hope you have a good night. Shame you can't hang around and watch, but I'm sure we'll be alright. In fact, I will even text you, because I can, with my invisible phone. Visible? Invisible phone. There we go. I'm not really seeing... I mean, there's a little bit of Z fighting, but I mean, I can live with that small amount. So... Purple... I mean, what else are you going to do if you're not playing as the purple dude? I'll bring the purple dude over so we actually have someone for scale. Yay! That'll be awesome, Kier. I mean, don't feel... If you're going to go to bed, Kier, just go to bed. I'm not going to be too offended if you do. I want military concrete. Is I going to find it? Probably not. No. So I'm looking, is to just, I was going to point my actual hand for a minute there. I'm looking to finish off that little gap there. And I was using this asset earlier, and I know it's down here. I don't really want the painted one. No, I think I'm just going to have to look for it under concrete, as I was before. I know I also saw it when I was scrolling through. I mean, that's the right type of thing, but it's painted. I don't really want... Unless I felt like replacing every wall in this base. I don't feel like using a painted one. I think that's it just there. That's not going to fit nice. Let's see if... I could probably get away with just pretending there used to be a wall there. Like that. So you can just, you know, you can pretend there was a wall there. As far as anyone knows, there was. Let's see about getting this wall sorted out. So I want these... It doesn't really matter if there's too much of a little kink in the wall, and no one's ever really going to notice. Or at least anyone that does notice, I'm not really that bothered about. So that looks... I'm going to push that back just a little bit, make sure it's lined up nicely. Which it isn't, so I'm going to unfuck that. Grab those pieces of the gate here. Hit a little bit. And pull them into position. Good enough for government work, I'd say. Yeah. I'm really not happy with this jaggediness. But it's also, I don't think it's worth the time it would take to actually fix it, to sort out that jaggedness. So, I think what I'm going to do next is probably also bring this wall so it covers that bit as well. Just sort of, because this is in my head, I'm seeing this as this is the main entrance to this huge compound. You'd come in, like this main gate is probably going to be open, but you'd have to stop at a checkpoint here before you'd be allowed to proceed. So it would just be, I say checkpoint, like just sort of like the site office. You have to sign in, all that sort of thing. So I would imagine they would have a gate or something here, but it would also be fenced in, so you couldn't just, you know, ignore the office, as people I'm sure would. I think I'll put a bit more effort into this. I will go ahead and match this fence, remembering to swap it to local control from global, which is the little symbol up in the top corner here. Make sure it's all nicely lined up. So I'm trying to decide if what I want to do is keep the wall at this level. Just bring my dude over, see how tall it actually is. Oh, it's massively tall. If I keep it at this level, how's it actually going to look? But yeah, let me know if you're actually enjoying this or not, because I'm not sure how enjoyable it actually is to watch as a stream. Because I find this quite enjoyable to just do, but I'll be doing this anyway, so I thought I might as well give it a go having a stream of it. But if it is in fact not too interesting, do let me know. because unfortunately, it's very hard to commit war crimes from within the editor. Well, actually, that's like, it's incredibly easy to commit war crimes in the editor. I mean, all you have to do is just double check that I am a Zeus, and I'll just make myself some civilians and blow them up. Alright, this is going to be a super easy war crime. I'll even give myself a shotgun. You know what? No, don't worry, Kia. There's going to be a war crime. I mean, it's not going to be a great war crime. I'm just going to shoot some dude. But if it's what the people want, I'm happy to oblige. Just some innocent civilians being shot with high explosive shotgun rounds. Because it's what everyone wants, to be shot by a high explosive shotgun round by a glowing purple man. It's just living the dream is what it is. It's going good, my dude. How are you? So just doing some mission making and war crimes, evidently. It's the extreme excitement of watching walls being placed. So what I'm trying to do at the minute is just make this area look like it is in fact just, you know, a normal sort of site office. And then afterwards, I am going to go ahead and make it look like there's been a battle here. But it's important to start... Well, I find it's important to start with something that looks like it's lived in. Or actually just kind of end up with empty places. It's hard to kind of describe what I'm trying to say. You want it to look like natural and lived in, so that when you do in fact go ahead and make it look like it's been a battle, you can sort of see that there's layers. Whereas if you just start by placing all of the dead dudes, it doesn't look lived in. I'm not very good at the words, unfortunately, today. But I mean, I can show you something I've done earlier if you're interested. Which, I mean, I'm not going to give you a choice. I'm going to show you anyway. So this is what I was working on before. So none of this is normally here. So it's just kind of an empty spot, and then I started by placing the walls, sort of coming up with a little story for here. You know, you come in, stop at the office, and then after that, going ahead and sort of thinking, right, how would you go about sort of defending this place? Being that the US boys here, they're trying to stop people coming in. So they would kind of set up little defensive positions and that. And then going ahead and actually having a little bit of a simulated battle, if that makes sense. You know, trying to tell little stories with it. But you won't see that again. It's meant to be hidden. I wasn't really meant to show you that to begin with. But that's the sort of thing we're looking to finish up with. It's just on the opposite side here. And thanks very much, my dude. It's NSP? NSP. I'm not sure if you meant to pronounce that just as it is NSP or as in NUSP. I'm going to go NUSP because I think that's slightly more funny. But yeah, so thank you very much is what I'm trying to say. Thank you for the compliments. Right. But I want to get a matching gate for the other side, which is this little bargain. No. It's too late. I've decided it's NUSP. It's been decided. It's an official decree. You're on NUSP. You might have to, you know, inform your next of kin of your name change. I'm sure they'd be interested to know. Right. Oop, that was not the right type of wall. I wanted to copy this little bit here, so I can just finish this wall off a little bit more. Just try and match it up exactly as you can, like that. Just so that the wall didn't quite sort of abruptly end in that spot. Right. I think we're done with the walls here. Next I kind of want to decide, so we've kind of, this is the area we're going to be working with, kind of fenced off now. It looks mostly correct. we kind of want to go ahead and do next is make it look like it's lived in more. So what exactly would the areas be used for? I'm sort of thinking, I can set that back a bit more maybe. So you'd come in, you'd have to stop at the checkpoint, so you'd want to park up somewhere. So let's see about getting some car parking going on. I'm not going to bother to place concrete, or like, I haven't really, actually no, I could do that. I've got something down there. So a big part of making things in this editor is just knowing what is available in your asset list, because there's just hundreds of thousands of things available here. And it's just being able to recall what is actually available. But sorry, I'm literally thinking through in my mind's eye exactly what is available here. I think I want under agriculture. No, industrial maybe. It's a little. It's once again. It's more concrete. It's little square concrete slabs. Ooh, I didn't know that existed. That's a new one. I remember that. Does it snap proper to surfaces? Not quite. It doesn't pick up. With some objects, like you plop them down and they lock to the surface like that, but they also pick up the correct rotation, so that it would look nice. That one doesn't, but it comes to huge ones as well. Very nice. I'll definitely have to remember that. What I'm looking at something that's like that. There it is. Concrete slabs like that. I reckon I could make myself a cheeky little car park out of these things. Just get off that control. So this is something in the missions we play on Sundays. The Zeus that does that, this is something that he does quite a bit. He likes to use these ones, and I kind of think they look pretty good when they are arranged correctly. Like, they create a very interesting surface texture. Like that. Make sure they're all flush with the surface of the ground. Like that. Maybe space them out just a little bit more. So you can imagine that being a cheap car park, basically. So nobody put a lot of thought into it, is there? There's not really anything to finish that square. I think I'm going to rotate it so I can have... Like that. Oh, like that. Yeah. So now it's flush with the edge of the road a lot better, I think. And that makes a much better effect. No, that was already in the right. I want to go that way. A bit like that. Slide it together like a jigsaw puzzle. Like that. Oop. Yeah, also, you know, make sure your stuff's on the floor. Because I don't think these ones have physics. I think if I was to just go into the mission now, it would just be stay floating there. Which, I mean, it can be an interesting effect if that's what you're after. You can probably make big floating towers of these things. Just go all the way up to space. We shan't be doing that today. But yeah, you can totally. I wonder if you can fit under it. Yeah, perfect. See, as I'm kind of... This would actually be kind of interesting, not here in this mission, but if I was to make something, another mission, it'd be quite interesting to have these placed above there like that. And use that to create some sort of little crawlway beneath the roads. I reckon that would be a really interesting idea. So I won't be doing that today. But that would be a very interesting concept, that. But for now, just continue making sure these are all nice and flat. And just expand our car park a little bit. I might end up going ahead and deleting some of this car park because it's a lot of assets, and whilst it's nice to have super detailed stuff, it does all impact the performance of when you're actually in game. Let's click on all that, don't like that. So it does, the more objects you're placing down here and now, massively affects the overall frame rate of the mission when you're finished. Like you say, you can probably put hundreds, well, you can put hundreds of it, you can probably even get away with thousands, but I know the key is not quite right. Because you're not going to put this concrete slab over your nice bit of asphalt, are you? It's just not quite perfect. I think that'll do. Yeah, as I was saying, all of these objects do in fact affect performance, but it doesn't cost me anything to place them and then delete them later. So I usually would prefer to do that and make sure that I have a nice detailed place to start with, and then I can always just undetail it a bit if it does in fact turn out to be a little bit too much. Nice, and lined up. Start the rotation a little bit just to match the curve of the road. Right. More in that spot there. Ooh. That's not right. No. Just gotta make sure it's all right. There we go. And they're all on the floor. So I think that sort of makes a good little cheapo car park effect. I'm definitely going to remove some of the ones up in this corner at some point though. In fact, I think I'll do that now. I'm going to try... in fact, I might just put one more there. That kind of gives it a nice little curve maybe. It's a shame there isn't a half slab or something you can use, just to fill out this little gap. I think I will just live with that for now. Oh, in fact, I know what I can do. I'm going to rotate that round. I'm going to put a little hut there. Which I'm wanting is structures Livonia. Military guard box. Ooh. Hello Dixon, how you doing, man? You watching this is just making stuff for the mission on Sunday. So potential spoilers, but I mean I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I do want to know, do we want the white box, the green box, or the brown box? Alright, so this is a very important decision. I'm gonna let whoever comments first decide this, so you better hurry, or somebody else will decide this very important thing. But for the minute, I'm going to pull this in a layer, I think is what I'm going to do. So by doing that, I'm going to lock it off and... Oh, green. I see green. Green. Oh, it's fucking... NUSP says green. We are doing green. I think that is an action choice. I think that's probably the colour I would have gone with if I hadn't have asked. Just to make a little bit of extra flair. So there you go. Now so there's someone for the little man. You can stare through his window at a concrete wall, enjoying all the scenery, whilst waiting for somebody that needs to come through a little gate. But I'm just going to get rid of that one as well. Just have it there like that. There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and put all of this in a layer. And just lock it off. So the advantage of that is I now cannot move any of this without first unlocking the layer, which means I'm now free to just sort of edit around this without having to worry about accidentally damaging the stuff I've already done. Which is, I mean, it took me far too long to realise the advantages of this, because I'll be in this building planting details like I shall do now. Let's put a little desk, and then you know you put your desk down, and then you'd accidentally click the building and just drag the entire building 100 meters, which is, it can be very annoying at times. Especially since there is a bug. It's not, well, if it's a bug, it's just kind of, it's a little annoyance when, if you alt-tab from the game and you accidentally have the mouse hovered over something, there's maybe a 50% chance that you'll have clicked that object so that when you move your mouse again, it will move. But the game won't also register that you've done that, so you can't undo it. So you can't press undo at the top. So if you happen, you've moved your building 100 meters, you can't then undo to put it back. You have to sit there and manually put it back, which is, it's a massive pain. And thank you very much, Joel. It's cool of you to say, my dude. Right, anyway, actually, I'm quite happy with that desk, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little chair with it. Personally, there's this little chair. So the current campaign we're saying is supposed to be the late 80s, and I think that chair screams, well, maybe 90s, but it screams late 80s. Much more than these folding chairs do anyway. Is he Grim as a cool dude, is he? That's cool. Yeah, Grim is a cool dude. I never would have guessed Grim's a cool dude. Yeah. Terrible. I mean, Dixon, to be completely honest, Dixon, I'd run out of time to do any more subtitles, and you were just defending your crimes, and nobody really cared. Yeah, exactly. It's just an old chair. If I could get one that was covered in rips, it'd be perfect. Right. So I'm not really sure what to do with this room. So I'm gonna. So my next thing I'm gonna try and work on is just fleshing out the interior of this building. I know I don't really need to flesh out the toilet. Maybe put a water stain. Water, you know, just something, a little bit of set dressing on the floor. Water spill. Foam? That's too much. Way too much. A medium olive? No, too big. I want one that fits nicely in the room, because I don't want it to accidentally fly out. Yes, that'll do. You can see that it has a little bit of reflection. You can kind of see the line just there. Yeah, surprisingly, this is 90% of what I do in Arma is basically playing The Sims. I'm literally just dressing rooms. But I don't know. It's probably, I find this more fun than actually playing the game and shooting people. It's sort of just making yourself little worlds. And I have a terrible habit of spending probably months and months and months doing this. Yeah, I don't know why there's a sink in there. It's just going to ignore it for now. But I have a habit of spending months making missions and then never ever letting anyone play them because I've decided they're not finished. When really, they are finished. But I want to place that one last coffee table. And it's not done till that coffee table's placed. And I quite like that table. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible fucking surface. Like, whoever put this cloth on top of here deserves to be in a room with bars. But I'm going to live with it, because there isn't such a small options. I need to figure out. Hang on. Why can't I spell chair? There we go. Yeah, there's so few options for like tables and chairs. Like with all the thousands of objects there are, this is the limitation for chair. These are all the chairs you get, and tables is even less. There's maybe 10 at most. Ooh, I feel that looks ugly enough that it would be here with this table. So I'm imagining this little bit here is just kind of the break room. So whoever's on guard, you know, they've got the toilet, they've got the little break room, and then this is where the people actually visiting actually have to come and sign in and whatever. See, the problem with the folding table is, hang on, I'll get it. I don't like this table. It's I don't know, I just don't know what it is. I don't like it. Because it doesn't really... It makes sense if you were in a tent outside. But just a random... Like, this is a permanent structure. You're not going to have a little folding table in here. Because it just... It doesn't make any sense. Whereas, I mean, like, these little ones... This would make way more sense. This probably looks a bit too modern for the setting we're going for. Or like little lobby tables like that. This table, or which I don't actually know which table you're on about. All the tables are fucking odd. This one's just a shitty little desk though, with drawers. I think I usually use that one. There's this one. I like this one. The problem is it's just very low res. The little lobby table's cute though. I like the little lobby table. But it doesn't fit the room, so no point putting it down. The folding, I don't know. It's a nice asset, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it. It doesn't make sense. I'd rather use one with a fucking doily on it. I'm trying to think what on earth to do with a room with a sink in it. Why is there a sink in this room? What practical use is the bloody sink? I'm going to hide it in the bookcase. I think that is actually the best thing to do with it. Is find a big bookcase and make it disappear. Yeah, that doesn't look at all. Dresser, maybe. Curse you, kid. You're correct. I could just outfit those a little kitchen. Yeah, I'll put a little. Oh, so you've got me thinking now. I want this wooden counter, which is a terrible asset, but it is the only thing that looks even remotely like a kitchen counter in the game. But yeah, okay, I'm sure there are mods that add lots more furniture. I'm almost certain there are mods that add lots more furniture. The problem is, well, one, they're not in our mod pack, and two, they're not going to be in our mod pack because it doesn't add enough to the game to justify everyone having to download an extra 5 gigabytes. It's just one of those things you have to. It's very easy to have your mod packs go into the hundreds or like 400 or 500 gigs of mods, which is unreasonable to expect it. A second bathroom? I mean, it could be a second bathroom. I don't think we need 2 bathrooms. Do we have a fridge that would fit in here? We have a big fridge. I remember seeing before there's like a little mini fridge. A furniture mod plus guns. I mean, I'm not going to say no. Half of these assets, like these ones, if you see something that says cup, these are just it's old assets from the other games that have been made to come into, like they've just kind of imported forward, but that also includes all the guns, which is why people usually get them. But you also get access to all of the old buildings and the signs and random stuff, which is always appreciated. But no, it's adding more stuff to the mod actually makes it worse because it means less people are going to get it because the mod's even bigger. What you want like hyper-specific mods that kind of just do 1 or 2 things, because it means it's really easy to add something small to your mod pack. Whereas adding like 100 gig monster to your mod pack, that's a big decision. But adding something small with a couple of tables, easy. It requires almost no thought at all. Anyway, I was looking for a fridge, wasn't I? I can't remember where it is. Is it going to be in food? I don't know why there's just tins of baked beans. There you go. Beans. A metal deck chair mod. I mean, if you want to add a metal deck chair, I won't stop you. It would be funny. It is very specific. And what you'd get is that one person that wants their metal deck chair that have that modern heartbeat. This is for Sunday's mission, though, but it's kind of the other side of the AO. That it's a low priority area, so it's not really that big of a spoiler. Maybe some furniture. I'm still trying to find this fridge. But it might be a cup. It might be a cup. Fridge. Office? No. Shop? No, I mean I could put a nice box. Doesn't really work. No. Just generic city? That might be it. Fridge? No. I'm going to find the big one. I think I'll just leave that for now. Yeah, it's worth asking, Dixon, worth asking. When you playing Professor Layton? Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I bet you saw the War Crimes video first, didn't you? Fucking nusp. It's well, it's the biggest video I've got, so yeah, I'm not thinking this area is a kitchen, to be honest with you. I think I'm just going to pretend that sink doesn't exist and add some lockers. Just going to ignore the sink. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way for my sanity, or else I'm going to be here all night trying to figure out what to do with it. Just going to add some lockers. I'm going to walk away from that room, and I'll come back and think about it later. I'll also put that in a layer. Lock the layer. Name it quickly. Yep. Excellent spelling. No one's ever going to read that but me. Collapse that down. Pop it into there. Just rename this quickly. CP. You came because you were looking to... I was looking at non-music. NAM music. That makes sense. Yeah. No, I can totally see how that popped up. Bro, if you hadn't noticed all the layers I've been naming, other than CP North, it's just... I am dyslexic. I do not spell at all. Let's see what Kia's saying. Bro, Kia, you can't just cheat like that. You gotta actually try and do the puzzles, or else you will get bored of it. There's no fun if you're just cheating. But I think that's probably all the work I'm wanting to do on this outside part. Let's go ahead. It's all like I can't be asked to do the inside of that building. It's not worth it. So I'm going to go ahead to think about if I was told to defend this position, how would I? And from the little briefing the commander gave me, there's only been here a couple of hours. I think probably the first thing they would have done is have someone out here watching the road. So for that, we're going to want some trenches. That's not how you spell it. I'm just going to filter by the mod. So this is an example here of an extremely specific mod, because all this mod does is add little trenches. You know, little trenches. Nothing fancy, but it's probably the only mod that adds little trenches, and it means it's used, well, by us anyway, all the time. Like it's a standard in almost everybody that plays Arma's mod sets, just because it's so small and useful. 180, flip that round. These are cute trenches. Look how cute that trench is. It has the little magical effect of if you put it over a different surface, it picks up the color. It does that. Which is, it's just nice. There's nothing more you can say about it. It's just a nice feature. And then it's also possible, another thing that's great about these little trenches is you can dig them whilst you're actually in game. So I just grab my little catcher. Grab my little character. If I could kill a trench, I would. Grab the little dude. Just give him... Oh, okay, well now he's not invisible. That's unacceptable, actually. I want to remain a purple dude. Just give myself a Russian vest, why not? Give myself an entrenching tool. Just there. So if you have an entrenching tool in your inventory, you can in fact dig your own little trench. It takes a little while, but it kind of makes up for the lack of being able to dig down in the Arma engine. You can do that now, but that's only in the last month or so that's been updated, so there's nothing really that utilizes that. So instead you have to dig up with objects. And this is a very useful one. So you go into ace interactions. Oh, maybe I can't do it here. Try it here. It does depend. If you stood on a road, you can't always do it. There we go, entrenching tool. So it kind of detects if you stood on dirt. If you're not stood on dirt, you can't do it. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't just pop into existence. Kind of figure out where you want to place it, and then press click, and you'll dig it. And you can see it's very slowly raising from the ground. But there you go. It's a hyper-specific mod that does one thing, and it does it really well. And everybody uses that mod because it's good. I think that's enough about mods. Let's continue because I do have a deadline for tonight's. So I'm going to go ahead. Right, there's grass in here. Unacceptable. Why'd there be grass in your trench? We're going to put a grass cutter down. If I can remember how to spell grass. And keep pressing the wrong keys. Grass. That's a grass tuft. I don't want to place grass. I want to put a small grass cutter down. Maybe a medium grass cutter. There we go. Grass gone. Perfect. I'm also disturbed. No, I had it for a minute. Disturbed soil small. Yeah, thanks, my dude. Have a great day to yourself, yeah. Yeah. So putting down some disturbed soil just to sort of differentiate. It may look like someone's actually been digging in here. It sounds to me like the music stopped. I'm just going to double check that. Yes, keep playing. It paused itself. I don't know why it paused itself, but it had. There we go. Just trying to make it look like the area around here has actually been dug a little bit. Structures military Livonia. So I know there's more objects in that set. And I want to put those down too. Or maybe it's part of the shell crater one. I'm just going to be 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab a tissue. One.
And now the time is killing the
Yeah. Right, sorry about that. I'm sorry for the abrupt music. I forgot about that. Oh, one more time.
4 players this just confusing hell. It's dark and there's a set. There's somebody flying.
Oh my god. Does the music just loop?
No, it only plays once.
Oh.
So it's a 2-minute thing.
Oh my god.
Prepare yourself to enter the Arma zone. That's an interesting one, isn't it? How to get, like, you know. It was fun seeing you, Pickle Rick, but catch you later. Alright. I do hope you get better soon, Pickle Rick. It's a real big shame. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back again. Just had to get some dinner. Well, my dad bought some dinner up to him, to be honest here. Right, where was that? Making all positions. So I'm happy with that one. I think I'm going to add a shell crater here. Just going to move the mic a bit closer because I've changed position. Little small shell crater, which kind of gives a reason for There's a hole in the wall here. That makes sense. Gonna go ahead. Make up some extra shell craters. Just a little generic template I can put down. Sorry about it. And some debris. Like that. So, once again I said, I'm trying to make it look like there's been a battle here. I'm doing that at the minute. Just by popping some show quarters down, pressing Control 3. Sort of, it gives things random rotations. It's a good way to make things not look all the same, even though they are all the same. So that's that little bit done. So I'm really struggling to come up with a little story for here. Just get rid of the base template there. I think it'll probably help if I start placing units down. I've got some preset ones I can use over here. So the story is... Americans were holding this position, Russians came and attacked them coming this way. So the Russians came, took this area, and then there was a Blue 4 counterattack coming back down the other way. So we need to have sort of both sides being dead facing the other way, so there'll be defenses in both directions. We'll start by having, I think that... Is it going to be taller? Oh! Oh, that's a nice coincidence. Have that guy there. Get rid of the driver. And have this guy slumped over in the turret. So that he looks dead. Because that would be an excellent spot to defend that from. Just when it loads through, see how that guy looks in the top of his turret, just peeking over the wall. Yeah. That looks alright. I mean, you can't really tell that he's... I mean, you can kind of... You can see there's a 50 cal poking over. That'd be fucking... If you were advancing from that way, you'd have no idea that this isn't working. Because I'm going to remove most of the ammo. I think I'll remove all the ammo from it. Just to make sure that the players, when they do get here, they can't just steal it. And use it to their own advantages a little too much. As much fun as it is, it's not really my call what assets they get, but I want to place this down as just set dressing. I'll leave a little bit in there, but there's no fuel, so they can't move it. It has to stay there. Just... Nah, it's not time for another layer, I don't think. Start placing dudes down. Grab myself a squad. Now it's time for the actual war crimes that you commit here. Just select all of them and put the health to 0. So that way, when you actually go in, they're all dead. And you get to watch them all very dramatically. Anytime now, very dramatically. Come on. Come on. I'm waiting for the comedic timing here. You get to watch them all very dramatically. Nothing apparently. I'm trying to say you get to watch them all. Oh, there you go. Dramatically slump over in the exact same animation. So that is, you know, that's the thing. It's weird how they all line up so perfectly. Even I know I put them in a straight line. It's just, it's weird how there's no randomization in the way it chooses what way they fall. They always just fall straight flat forward on their face. It's very weird. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have, say, this squad was defending this way. We're just going to litter these guys around in places that would make sense for them to be stood when they were defending. I'm going to say this man probably... I got surface snapping on? I do. Just doesn't snap to that surface. Oh no, I don't have surface snapping. I misread it. There we go. There we go. So I'm trying to set them up so that they are actually pointing the right way, even though they're immediately going to fall over dead. I'm just going to have this guy. I would like to think this guy, I'll leave him standing, he would have been running back to get back to the defense of his friends. Because, you know, he's a coward. Can't all be brave. Guys on the roof, maybe? So I'm hoping that guy, when he dies, he'll kind of just slump forward and off the roof a little bit. Now let's see if he does. Unfortunately, this isn't... It's not necessarily a very interesting position to work on. And it's not really... It's kind of not a priority position, so it's out of the way. Players. These aren't players, Dixon. Pavers 4. Oh, the paving stones. It's just kind of give it the like the feel of a car park. Yeah. It's kind of like you just come park your car up here, if that makes sense. And it's pretty uneven to walk on. Whereas, like, the idea is you sort of... This is the main entrance to the compound. You come on driving in. Then you'd have to stop at the gatehouse to sign in. So you just, you know, pull your car up. And obviously, if it was to just come and park up on mud, it'll be a quagmire. You just always get stuck. Whereas, you know, the little paving stones makes a nice little effect. In fact, that's actually a good idea. I can work on set dressing the car park. I need to do that because it just looks really empty without it. How it interacts with grenade shrapnel is if the grenade goes off right there, it'll all hit that little ridge. If a grenade goes off right there, you'll all die. I mean, there's not much more to it than that. So the secret is, if you see a grenade, kick it into that little hole. Alright. So let's put some civvy cars down to begin with. Cars. Don't want anything too modern. Oh, a van. A van might look nice. You can deck these out. Oh, there's already one pre-made. Deck them out in service. So it looks like it's kind of just a site van. I think I know what I'm going to do with this as well. I have an idea on how I want this to look, but it involves opening the door if I can. Yep, it is the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it's trucks is the sort of thing you'd be looking for. There's one pickup truck I have in mind that I think I'm going to use, but I'll do that after I've got this. Can I open the doors? Oop, I was doing that wrong. Open. No. Oh, no, it's on that side. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Have that open. Put one of the boys into the car. Change him to... No. Oh, can I not put... Oh, that's kind of upsetting. I was hoping I could put him in the back there. Maybe it has to be a different type of van. Oh well. I'll just leave him there. Perfect. I'll cheat. No. I don't want him in the car. And there we go. So hopefully it'll look like he died in the car. He might fall through and end up underneath the car, but it's not a big issue. Let's see if we can find... Yeah, it is the van that comes with IDAP. I think there's a passenger version. I think that's the one where you can actually sit in that gap. I don't think you can sit in that gap in this one. I'm trying to make it look like he died in a drive-by. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead. Is it truck? No. So there's one specific car that I'm looking for. It's a truck. It's not called a truck, though, which makes it a little hard to find. And it's not off-road. Hatchback, no. Maybe it's just called pickup. Yeah, you can shoot that out of the back of that one. It's sort of, it makes me sad that we don't use it more in missions. It's not a pickup. I mean, is it just called truck? Or am I mad? No, it's not called truck. I might just boot up an old mission, see if I can find it. But yeah, these things, it'll be fun to use these more in missions. Unfortunately, it does display the hillocks. Is it hillocks? I think you might be right. Thank you, Dixon. That is the exact one I wanted. It was hillocks. Yeah, I was looking for this one specific modded one. Right, just have that one. Because this looks very... It's not modern, it looks America. I have one of those. One in white, just there. Maybe have it look like they were trying to get out the gate. And they got their tyres popped or some shit. Yeah, so the vanilla one, it looks good, but it looks horrifically modern, which is fine. You can kind of explain that away, but not always. Right, excellent. There we go. Not always the effect you want to go for. There we go, and then have some dude there. So it looks like that man died and the wheel got popped as he was defending it. Maybe have a dude slumped over in the driver's seat too. Can you get people in the back of this actually? Oh, you can. Well, that's quite fun. I wonder what that looks like. Let's have a see. But yeah, so it is quite nice how the one that comes in the base game is very modular like that. You can change it around so you can make it look lots of different things. Let's see how this guy is. It's kind of annoying how long it takes to load times, but not do about it. How does that look? Oh, that looks pretty good actually. I'm quite happy with the way he slumps in the back there. That's pretty good. Oop. Apart from this, these guys fucking hand crushed. Jesus Christ. I might prelay that guy down and put him in the exact spot I want. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I'm going to leave that as that. I might put some... Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'll put some blood down there maybe. Make it look a bit extra gory. Just lay that guy down so he doesn't fall into the car. States laying down. Blood. Ooh, helps if I'm actually on the thing. Blood. There's an L in blood. There we go. Why type something once when you can type 10 times? Let's do an old medium. Like that. Just a little bit of extra set dressing. Right. Put a different style of car in there too, just to mix it up a bit. Let's see what cup cars we have available. Generous cars. An old Skoda maybe? One of these old Golfs? Ooh, that looks terrible. I kind of want it. I think I might go... Yeah, I'll go with one of these older Golfs. Not quite period appropriate. No, it's... No, it's not right. Unhappy with it. I'll go with one of these things. One of these old Skodas. In red. Because why wouldn't you have a red Skoda? I think I'll blow that one up too. Because it's near this explosion. It's probably blown up and damaged. Do that. Make sure to disable ace ammunition cook-off. Viola, yes, it is. I'll have a look. Ah, yeah. This thing, the Volga. Yeah, I do like that one as well. I think I'm going to stick with the Skoda. I might put that one down as well, actually. Put it down. Oh, I know what I can do. This one was used as an actual roadblock. And I'll go ahead, put some trash behind it. Oh, I think it's actually called garbage when I want. Yeah, it is. Little bit of garbage. And that is where the last man can be. Like that. Yeah, I do like this car. It's a nice looking one. Well, I mean, it looks like garbage, but it's very aesthetic. It's a very aesthetic car. That one is exactly in the shade. Yeah, see, as you can see, compared to when we started, it's kind of coming together a bit more. Let's just get everything layered up. Apart from me. Come on. Get out of there. There we go. Layer it up. Was it that one? No, I've literally already forgotten what layer it was. That's quite dumb of me. Maybe it's already in there. How have I lost it already? I just made it. Ah, okay, that's where I ended up. Put that back to roots. Put in there. And this is kind of what we've done so far today already. It's a reasonable transformation. It's not huge, but it definitely is changing from just being nothing here. There's actually something interesting to do. It's always nice to, especially once you've actually finished, to just go back and look, see how much has actually changed. Just to see that you are actually getting something done. But we shall continue for the moment. Just unlock that layer again. Right, I'll just take that one out. Roots. Move that one to root. There you go. That should unlock it. There we go. Unlocked it again. Because I wasn't sure. Just going to double check. I did damage this one. I think I might pop the tires as well. If that's appropriate. Nope, let's see how this looks. In first person. I say, have you done much... Keldrin, have you done much editing before? I don't recognise your name, or I don't know if I know you or not, but you definitely seem to know the names of things. I'm kind of wondering if you're someone I know. If not, you're certainly very knowledgeable, which is always nice to have. As I said before, a lot of doing editing in this game is just memorising the massive list of objects that are available. Right. No, it doesn't need any more damage than that. That looks all good. Oh. He broke his bottom. I mean, he just face planted and killed the boxes. I guess that's okay. Bit weird, but what are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna go ahead, pop this guy in a little dirt mound as well. Bit of extra aesthetic. Some nice terrain clutter too. I'll go ahead and randomize the direction of all this in a bit. And then I'll go ahead and add the Russians who are now defending back out that way. That'll be the next thing I'm going to add. Just going to do a bit more clutter. Trying to think what needs... This area is very empty and I don't like it. It would also be nice if there's something out there. It doesn't really need it. No, I'll start placing some Russians. I think that's probably the best way to go about it for now. I think I have a Russian preset here. Like this is... I forgot how all the work I did 2 weeks ago's mission. This is some of the stuff I made for a couple of weeks ago. Boarding up all these houses. Nice little scenes in here. Random bedrooms. So it's quite nice. This is where you're actually playing The Sims in Arma. It's just decorating bedrooms. And then fortifying them. Because who hasn't fortified the bedrooms? And this one is kind of like half made it. I ran out of time to actually do any proper fortifications, so I made the spades around. They hadn't finished making the fortifications. That's why there's not fortified properly. That's just pallets of lumber around. Makes it look quite nice. Nice in my opinion, anyway. And then I think, as you'll see by this marker, I think Brant might have deleted this. But there was in fact a sneaky IED that we never went over in the mission from 2 weeks ago. Probably for the best that no one ever went over that. Yeah, nice little compounds. You know, furnished in series, because I have no life. Complete with... Where's it gone? There it is. Cigarettes hiding behind the toilet. Gotta place those cigarettes somewhere. Yeah. Sneaky little 50 cal. So that, as you can tell, was overwatching that IED. Unfortunately, we didn't approach from this way, we came up from this way. So the 50 cal never really got a chance to shoot, and I think someone lobbed a grenade in the back door before there was ever really a chance to do anything. Which was a shame, but... Wow, I say a shame. It's probably for the best everyone didn't get killed. What I was actually coming here for is... Not those boys. Not those boys. Those boys. These are the ones. Just a squad of EDV. So, let's get back over there the quick way instead of the slow way. I'll answer in just a sec here. In fact, I'll just answer that now. Won't be a sec. Sorry about that. Hugh was just asking if I was working tomorrow, and the answer was I am. So, we've had the Americans defending this way, and then part of the counter story is that the Russians, they came and captured this, and then they got counterattacked. So there'd also be Russians looking pretty dead out here too. Like facing the other way, so they died defending it from the other direction. Just go ahead. States, health armor, kill them all. There we go. So these are all going to fall down dead. I'm going to say, I want this to be the VDV position, because I put too many Americans around already, to be honest. Russian boy here? Yeah, Russian boy there. Have him crouched so he's in a different animation to the other guys. We'll go there. I still don't know what to do with this space. Russian vehicle? BMD. BMD, definitely. BMD. Fact. Have one saved. And my debug area. BMD, BMD, BMD. There we go. So, like that. A dead BMD. That'll... What's gonna go here? So I'm gonna leave it low health, no fuel, low ammo. So it's alive, but it's not... You can't really do anything with it. You can't go anywhere. I'm also gonna do an advanced damage and kill... do that. Kill the tracks. Bring the hull down to make it look damaged, so it kind of gives it that damage texture, like someone's actually been shooting at it for a bit. So I killed both the tracks. Maybe bring up a big shell crater. What's that called? Shell. Big shell crater. Large. Maybe not exactly in the middle, maybe just there. That's too big, really. Change that to a medium crater. You know, I put that guy up there. Is he going to slump down and land on top, or is he going to fall for it? Because if he's going to land on top, I could put a dude up there and pretend he was just part of the crew trying to bail out. He just kind of died halfway down. If not, I won't put anyone up there. But it'd be quite nice if I could. Very slow loading today. Let's see. No, he clips through it, which is unfortunate. But what you gonna do? Forgot to disable the cook-off. Well. Ah well. Thankfully, I can just respawn. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna make it so that doesn't happen again. I'm not quite sure why it did happen. I guess maybe I put the whole damage up a bit too much. That's definitely... I mean, I'll leave that all the way up at full. It looks damaged enough. I'll go ahead and disable Ace Cook-Off. Hopefully that's enough to stop it actually just blowing up randomly. Move that guy. I mean, I'll leave him flying. Might give him an extra bit. I have to leave that guy. Don't have too many people around here. Bit of extra ground cover. Just going to randomize the debris direction on all of this all at once. Just pressing Control and 3 on the numpad randomizes directions. Gives it a rubbish round. Yeah, I think there's not really much more I want to do here. Because if I mean, I could go over the top and spend hours and hours and hours doing this. Because I have done that before. But I think I'm going to call this area done for now. I'm just going to move this guy back a bit before I forget. Just stop him crushing those boxes. But I think that'll do for this area. I might even delete that guy. Just to try and save FPS as much as I can. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. It's kind of jarring having a detailed area next to nothing, but I mean, what can you do? I think if I will show you... So I'll end it pretty soon now, I think. I'll just show you... This is one of the missions I was talking about before where I spend like maybe 2 months making it and then never show anyone. So there you go. This is me now showing someone it. When it wants to load. As I have put... Just so when I'm bored I put time into this. Just trying to make it all pretty and looking nice. Just make sure everything... There's one bit, just in case I do run it, there's some bits I want to keep secret. So I'll keep that one hidden. And I'll keep that one hidden. So you can't see them. As you know what they're called, but... So this island I've done a lot of set dressing to. So I was to go and hide, like this port for instance. Before, the ports looked like... Where's the right layer? Ports. Like that. So there was just nothing here before. And then I've gone ahead and basically added all the little rocks. All these little bits. Adding detail, putting people in there. Yeah, trying to make it look like a real port. As much as you can, anyway. Better than what was here originally. I think the best example of me putting time into things that nobody's ever really going to notice is this little farm here. As well, it's super detailed. And there's, what? Maybe a 50% chance if the mission runs, no one's ever going to come here. But Gotta have it all looking nice, just in case someone does. I'm trying to think, where do they have their toilet and all that stuff? I don't think I ever got around to putting anything in this shed. No. But just kind of wasting your time trying to make things look nice. I think, is there any examples? Oh yeah. Like this bit here. Like this was just an empty bit of an island, but it's almost certain no one's going to come in. This is the opposite side of the little island to the island you meant to start on. And there's no reason to come out here, but still built little fortifications. Just to make sure. In case they do come out here, there's something interesting. And it's even defended. You know, this took a couple of hours to do, but I find it entertaining enough. Ugh. What do you want to do in celestial navigation? What do you want stars for, Zabby? What do you want stars for? But yeah, I think with that being done now on the other mission, the appropriately named Ship for Brant Mark 5, because this is the 5th time I've done Ship for Brant, I think I'm going to call it there. Just double check I haven't forgotten anything first though, because I gotta get to bed. I've got work in the morning, which is going to be fun. Oh, sorry, Kira, I'll answer your message in a minute. Yeah. Lock this all off in a layer. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I mean, it's the ultimate way to navigate Zabby is by gunfire. How else would you navigate? Get that locked off. Put that to root. Yeah. But I think I'm done now. That is all the work I'm going to do on the stream tonight. Well, and on the mission in general. I've done some other work previously, but that is going to be it. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you found this interesting in a comment or something once it's finished going live. I might do it again next week if you're interested, but if not, no worry. It was just an experiment by me. So have a good night. I'll catch you later. Yeah?
Kill me, permission to destroy it.
You don't need permission, Grim.
So what I think happened there was Boris went to the wrong crossroad.
Yeah, I think they did.
Thought our MLR.
Jesus Christ.
Ouch.
That was a bad time to be in a column.
That was a very bad time to be in a column, wasn't it?